All right. Okay, team, and you're actually not going to really need any equipment today.
Oh,
And if that concerns you, yes, bear with me.
we're finished already? Oh, right on.
Wait. Oh, actually, I'm just gonna tilt this a slight bit more because I'm a little off kilter with this angle. There we go. Good, because you guys like to see my feet too. All right, gang. Thank you for coming on today. Let's start with just taking a couple of our deeper breaths, getting our bodies prepped to start working hard. Okay, so you are welcome to just keep a hand on your belly. You are more than welcome to open up your hands as you inhale, bring them back in as you exhale. And let's try to go for a count. So let's try to get inhale between 3 and 5 seconds. Exhale between 3 and 6 seconds. So try to make it just a little bit longer. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, gang. So now let's just get into your regular breathing pattern. Try to keep it a little bit deeper than what you might normally do because we are breathing purposefully today. All right, let's start getting our wrists moving. Focusing on filling up that belly with air as you breathe in and breathing out through pursed lips. I almost forgot to have a quick look around you. Make sure you're in a clear space for movement today. Nothing to step on or trip over. Should have sturdy shoes on or bare feet. Switch directions of those hands. You won't need equipment today, but you are going to take accountability for how you are feeling. So have a quick check-in. What is your energy like today? What is your breathing like today? And you're going to base your work rate or your intensity for the class based on those two things. All right. So now, gang, we're going to open up the hands and close. Open and close, and we're going to alternate lifting up one leg and circling the foot. We'll do 2 circles and then switch. 1, 2, and then switch. 1, 2, and then switch. 1, 2, and then switch. Does anyone find that their arms want to circle too?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh boy, wait, I lost my pattern. Okay, I got to get back into it. Open and close. And then once you got that on a pattern, now we hold up that one foot. 1, 2, and then switch. 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 Oh boy, oh boy.
It's hard.
It is hard.
It's amazing I can feed myself.
Sometimes I'm surprised by the challenge of an exercise just as much as you guys are. And this is one of them. Shake it out. All right, so now we're going to step 1 foot forward, keeping those toes up. So I'm touching my heel and then bringing that foot back. I'm stretching my heel out and then back, keeping those toes pointed up. Here we go. Now, as our foot moves one at a time, we're going to start making those circles with the arm. Now, if you've got a sore shoulder or neck, get that thumb to the shoulder and just rotate the elbow. Okay, so that is an option. It's a shorter lever on that shoulder. Good, and once we've got into that pattern, well, I'm gonna make it a little tougher.
No.
There, so if you have got the pattern of circling one arm back at a time, now your arm is going to do 2 circles before you switch. It's going to go backwards and then forwards and then switch, backwards, forwards, then switch, backwards, forwards, then switch, backwards, forwards, and then switch, backwards, forwards, 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 switch. There we go. Now, as your brain's working hard to keep track of all these movements, let's also bring attention to our breathing pattern. Are we doing our best to breathe in through that belly and out through pursed lips? There we go. Keep the breathing steady as we continue to move. Excellent working. And rest. There we go. All right, now we're going to reach one hand up, opposite knee. So it's a up, 2, 3, and then switch. So it's lift your knee, opposite arm, 2, 3, and switch. Lift, 2, 3, switch, up, 2, 3, switch. Good. As we go to lift up one leg, the other leg I want pressing into the ground. So push that foot into the ground as the other lifts up. Excellent working. Maintain your steady breathing pattern.
And so that person goes from being idealized, the perfect person, to
there we go, gang. Push one foot down to the ground as the other lifts, hold, and then switch. Push and lift, hold, and switch. Push and lift, hold, and switch. There we go. All right. Relaxing there, we're marching. Now remember, team, couple different ways that take more energy. And what we talked about last week is that the more energy is needed, the more oxygen is needed to make that energy. So things like moving faster, that takes more energy, so it takes more oxygen. If you've got more body parts moving, so we've got our arms and legs moving here compared to just our arms, more body parts means more oxygen is needed. And the other thing is more range of motion. So if we're lifting the arms up and down, the higher up we reach, the more energy that takes, so the more oxygen is needed. And then standing takes more energy compared to sitting. So keep in mind those things, because that's what you can adjust if you are feeling like you need a good challenge today. Your breathing and oxygen levels are great. Or if you need to back off a little bit, you're struggling with your breathing, your oxygen levels are low, then you adjust the other way. And regular march. Good. So the goal here is maintain your steady breathing pattern. And I'm going to call out now every 30 seconds, because some of you, depending on how you're feeling today, some of you are going to be able to move for 30 seconds and then need to rest for 30 seconds. Listen to your bodies and pick what is best for you today. So that's 30 seconds. So some of us are good to keep going. Some of us might need to stop and breathe. Or you can use this as an opportunity to alternate between your arms moving, and then at the 30-second mark, you can get your legs moving, or vice versa. So that is 30 seconds again. Look at me go, guys, that timekeeping. Now you know it's probably going to be bad for the rest of class, so enjoy it. Maintain that breathing. Breathing out through pursed lips. That's 30 seconds. Remember, some warning signs that you need to take a rest are feeling shaky, feeling like you can only take half a breath, feeling like you cannot catch your breath, feeling lightheaded. Those are all signs you need to stop into your recovery breathing and rest. And that's 30 seconds. Focus on that breathing. We're challenging that endurance today, gang. And you are all doing awesome. Maintain that breathing pattern. Breathing out through pursed lips. Okay, and that's 30 seconds. So you decide what is best for you. And this is the last bout we're going to do. So we've got 1 more minute left. Remembering, you are deciding what pace to go at. You are deciding how many breaks you need. So that's 30 seconds. Now remember, we've been going for, what's it been, 3 minutes at least now? So if you start getting fatigued near the end of this, that's where you can switch it up. Go to your adjustments. Remember what things require more oxygen. So if you're getting tired, go to just moving your arms or just your legs. And that's 30 seconds. So this is the final 30 seconds, gang. Remember, this is not a competition with anybody else. You are here for you and your health. You are doing awesome. There is 10 seconds left. And rest. Well done, gang. So I want to remind you that recovery position looks like hands on your thighs, slightly bent forward without a rounded back. That can help open up your airways. Breathing out through pursed lips. And if you find that the movement of your arms, inhaling to open up the arms, exhaling to bring them closed, That can be a helpful breathing pattern for you to get into, to bring your heart rate and breathing back down under control. So breathing in as you open up those arms and out,
Hello.
back in.
Hey, Heather, hang on just a minute.
There we go. And remember, once you're tired and you're actually a bit out of breath, even in a just a we're working hard way, that breathing in and out might not be that deep breath. It might look more like, but that's okay, because as that gets under control, then it'll start to slow down. Okay? Everyone's feeling great? I see a couple thumbs up. Awesome. Woohoo! We're doing it, team. All right. So next one, you are going to end up pushing your arms out in front and pulling them back. And you're going to stretch your toes out in front of you to tap the ground and bring them back. So the toes stretch out and then come back. So the arms push out, the toes stretch out in front of you. Now maintain that steady breathing pattern. And we're doing the exact same thing. I'm going to call out every 30 seconds. Remember that there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can alternate your arms moving for 30 seconds and then just your legs move. You can keep going the whole time. You can go for as long as you can. You do 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. So you can see I am just moving my arms, and that's 30 seconds. So now I'm going to move my feet. This might be a good opportunity for you to have a rest. Or you might want to see how many 30-second intervals you can keep going until you need to stop and have a rest. The important thing is that you maintain your breathing pattern. There we go. This big endurance challenge for the lungs, that's 30 seconds. Probably a little bit past, actually. But this is kind of where you just have to get into the movement, steady pace, sing a song in your head, because you do not want me singing. Trust me on that one. And that's 30 seconds. So again, if you need to now rest for those 30 seconds, if you need to keep going, that's awesome. You're alternating between arms and legs. Decide what is best for you and maintain your breathing pattern. And that was 30 seconds. Great job, team. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. Excellent, and that's 30 seconds. Great job, everybody. And remember, the work that you do doesn't have to be both arms and both legs. It can be just one arm at a time, reaching forward, maintaining that breathing pattern. Super, super important. And 30 seconds. Maybe it's just reaching forward 1 foot at your own pace. That's the best part about doing intervals, gang, is there's so many variations to make sure you are all getting your needs met. based on how you are feeling today. Today is a different day than any other day. And that's 30 seconds. So we're on our last 30 seconds. Make sure you can still maintain a breath. And it's difficult. It's challenging to maintain your breathing as you get tired. And that's part of why this type of endurance work is so important. It's that practice of maintaining your breathing. And rest. Well done, gang. So this is a longer rest period, right? And if you are someone who needs to keep moving, you're welcome to move your hands in a figure 8. But most of us, that was enough work that you need to catch your breath, okay? So we're gonna rest for about a minute here. How's everybody feeling?
Okay. Hey, Jill,
Yes.
is that sled 50 years old or what behind you?
Oh, at least. This is from my roommate's cabin.
Ah,
There was a cabin in her family for 100 years. It was her great grandparents. And a lot of the antiques in this house are from that cabin. And that's what's included.
One like that.
I don't remember a sled like that since I was a kid.
I know people keep asking me if it still works.
It looks like it does.
I think I'd be in a lot of trouble if I tried it out.
Well, they're kind of primitive now, but they still probably work.
Oh yeah, it's a great design.
Cool.
Super awesome. All the things that people go, wow, you've got such great decorating taste. That's so nice. I go, yeah, none of it's mine. All the stuff in here that's mine is fitness equipment and board games. That's it.
Alrighty.
Has everyone felt like they have had a chance to recover?
Oh, yeah.
Good. So heart rate's back down, your breathing is back down, your oxygen levels are back up.
Maybe.
If that's not the case for you, you need to take an extra 30 seconds, focus on that recovery breathing, and then once those numbers, your numbers have normalized for what's normal for you, then you can come back in. But we're gonna do that chunk of intervals again. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, you guys are doing great. We're gonna sweep one arm up at a time. Okay, and what you can add in if you want to get your legs moving too is a leg movement out to the side. So again, your pace is your own. You choose something that is challenging yet doable for you. And remember that we're going for 4 minutes. 3 minutes, sorry. Jeez, you guys were going, what is she thinking? So maintain your breathing pattern here. We're getting close to that mark. And that's 30 seconds. So remember, you can work for 30 seconds and then rest for 30 seconds. You can try to maintain constant speed for the whole time. Or maybe you need to alternate between just the arms working for 30 seconds and then just the legs moving for 30 seconds. Again, finding what is challenging yet doable for you. And that's 30 seconds. Remembering to breathe out through pursed lips. Now, actually, if anyone's got a sore shoulder or neck for lifting that arm up, you're welcome to sweep it in front of you.
See what she's doing.
Okay, so sweeping that arm in front of you is helpful for a sore shoulder or sore neck. Or you can go up if everything feels great. Okay? And if something doesn't feel right at any point throughout class, gang, you have to let me know. It's mandatory. You signed full paperwork saying, I must tell Bill when things hurt. It's my own special brand of magic. That was either 30 seconds or a minute. So you got 1 minute left. So maintain that breathing, gang. Breathing out through pursed lips. And that's 30 seconds. So this is the last 30, where some of you are good to keep going. Some of you need to rest. Listen to your bodies. There we go, gang. Got about 10 seconds left. And rest. Does everyone have an understanding of why I'm challenging your endurance today and why that's beneficial for you?
Yeah.
We don't do it enough.
That's true.
Right. Well, you can think of it like a strength workout for your lungs and for your heart.
Right.
Right. And so that ability to keep going is very, very important as we build your capacity, your ability to do more in a day. So as we get better at keeping moving for a longer period of time, that's helping you be able to get more done in a day.
Okay.
For the things that you want to do. Okay. Because I know for some of us, it gets tiring. We talked last week about how oxygen is needed to make energy. That ATP in your body, that's the energy. And when you're low on oxygen, you're low on energy. And so this movement, we're giving your heart and lungs a workout to train your body to be able to take in oxygen and to move that oxygen around your body so that it has a better shot at making that energy. Okay, but you got to do it right. So if you find yourself frustrated that, well, I can't move for 3 minutes. No, that's hard. Do what you are able to do and write it down. Then you can see it improve over the next couple of weeks. Now, have we all had a chance to recover?
Yes.
Great. All right. So, gang, we did a lot of endurance. Now we're going to get into a little bit more working the muscles. So, put your hands on the outsides of your knees, because we're going to end up doing some standing up and sitting down. But let's get those glutes fired up first. So remember those bum muscles. So hands are on the outside of your knees. Now, I want you to clench your glutes like you're trying to crush a walnut between your bum cheeks.
I got them.
Sounds funny, but boy, is it a good visual. So crush that walnut, and you're going to push your knees against your hands and push your hands against your knees. Okay? So clench those glutes.
An extra, if anybody needs them.
Push your knees out. There you go, Terry. Push those knees out. Fight against it with your hands. Do what you can do and maintain your breathing and rest. Good. So make sure you're not holding your breath during that little battle. and go. So push those knees out, resist with the hands. Those glutes are tight. And rest. That's 2, and we're gonna do 10 of those. And go, push. Good, push, push, push. And rest. Maintain your breathing pattern and push. Push, 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 and rest. And push. Push your knees into your hands. Rest. We've got about 4 more. And push. Flex those glutes. You should need a new walnut, guys. Go, 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 and rest. And push. Press those hands against your knees and rest. You've got 2 more and push. You might now even start noticing your toes gripping the ground if you've been practicing your toe exercise. And rest. There we go. We got 1 more if counting is working today. And go. Push, push, push. And rest. There we go. Did everyone feel their glutes kicking in?
Yep.
Perfect. Because you need those glutes to activate as we stand up. So remember, you are either standing up from the chair, driving through those glutes, and then down nice and slow. And if you're not comfortable with standing, then what we're going to do is we're going to lean forward slightly and push your feet down into the ground as if you're going to stand up, and then relax. And we're going to do 10 together. If you can only do a couple and then need to rest, that's perfectly fine. This is your exercise class. Ready, and up, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy, and down, 2, 3, 4. Clench everything, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. Just do what you can, gang. Up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. Got 3 more, team. Up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. Up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Up, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. And take those legs out. Great job, team. Woohoo! Woohoo! That was awesome. All right, we added in that little bit of leg strengthening, and I think what you're thinking is, gee, all that did was tire out my legs more, and now we're gonna keep them moving. Super fun. So we're gonna step a foot forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back. So step, step, back, back, and I'm alternating which foot steps forward first. You can do this seated or standing. Good. The goal is to maintain your breathing pattern. And you're welcome to keep your arms moving. There we go. Keep up that breathing, team. All right, that was past the 30-second mark. We're not going to go for as long as we did first, for the first couple of sets. We're only going to go for 2 minutes here. So maintain that breathing pattern. There we go, gang. And 30 seconds. There we go. Keep breathing out through pursed lips, team. And rest. That was 2 minutes. So now we're doing shorter intervals as we progress throughout class and get a bit fatigued. Well done, everybody. All right, now we're going to focus on just the arms. What I want you to do is to sit up tall. And if you're standing, then I just want your knees to be slightly bent. And we're going to focus on those glutes staying tight, and we're going to pump our arms. Good, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off a bit slower. Slower for you. And you've got 2 options here. At the 30-second mark, you're either going to speed it up or you are going to rest, okay? So think of it as going higher intensity, lower intensity. For some of you, that lower intensity is going to mean stopping and catching your breath. Okay, and let's go up into our higher intensity for 30 seconds now. Whatever that looks like to you. Maintain your breathing, gang. Excellent. 3, 2, and slow it down. And some of you, that means resting, catching your breath. Maintain that breathing pattern. Go into that recovery position if you need to. You've got 10 seconds. I know a lot of heart and lung work, guys, a lot of cardio, and faster. And if something doesn't feel right, please let me know. Your feedback is always appreciated, guys. And we get every note from you. Three, 2, and slow it down. Excellent job, gang. We're going to do one more. Maintain your breathing. Breathing out through pursed lips. Excellent, excellent. 3, 2, and a bit higher intensity. There we go, team. If your chairs are squeaking, it's, boy, are you racing? There you go, just a couple more seconds. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. And lower intensity. There we go, gang. So maintain your breathing pattern. And we're gonna do one more set of standing up and sitting down. So this is your chance to rest. And if you are someone that needs to keep moving, well, just keep moving your arms at a slower, steady pace. There we go, team. Now, if you are feeling good, our second set of sit to stands is slightly different. So what it's going to look like is you've got one foot in front of the other. So if my feet are flat, I'm just going to slide them so that they're a bit staggered. Okay? And then from there, it's slowly standing up. If you're comfortable standing, now be careful because this can put you a little bit off balance because we're not used to having one foot ahead of the other. And then down. If you are going to stay seated the whole time, once again, just push your feet into the ground.
Feet, one in front of the other.
And then back. Okay, so feet are staggered. We're gonna go slow. We're gonna do 5 per side. So down, 2, 3, 4. No plucking. There we go. Good control. And up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. And up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Was that 4 or 5?
4.
I think 4.
You up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. That was 5. So now we're switching which foot is forward. Whoo! And make sure you tighten those glutes. Up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Up. 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing. 2, 3, 4. And up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Last one up. 2, 3, 4. Down. 2, 3, 4. Well done, team. Woohoo!
What's your treat?
That was awesome. Excellent, excellent job. So get into your breathing pattern. It's a great time to check your oximeter if you've got one. That's checking your oxygen levels. Okay, and now you're either going to stay in your recovery position or just keep maintaining your recovery breathing. Or pull those arms back. Shoulder blades squeezing together. And keeping those shoulder blades squeezed together, we're lifting up to wherever you can tolerate and down. So to your tolerance means you might only go up part way and then back down. You might be able to go all the way up and down, But the key here is to keep those shoulder blades pressed together. Now, if you're seated, lift one leg. That's a bit trickier. And if you're standing, you're welcome just to get one foot in front of the other while you do this. Okay, whatever feels best for you. Now maintain your breathing, team. And remember, if you've got a sore shoulder, it's either going up just that slight bit, or you can pull those arms in and back out. Now everybody's gonna switch legs. And keep going, nice and slow. Keep those shoulder blades pulled together.
Kind of attached to my leg. I don't want to switch it.
Are you sure? Maintain your breathing, gang. We are so close to stretch time. You are doing awesome. Got just a couple more here. Excellent. And last one for good luck. And shake out those arms. Great job, team. Whew. All right. With today's theme, we got one last minute. March it out.
Holy jeez.
I know some of you are thinking, which class did I join on? This had to be the wrong one.
Joined the wrong one today.
Yeah, what is this? Intense intervals? My goodness.
Perfect.
Cardio boot camp. Woohoo! You guys are doing awesome. Maintain that breathing. Remember, you can be seated or standing, whatever feels best for you. Here we go. Ever if those legs are tired or the breathing's a struggle, get just your arms moving. There we go, team. And rest. Okay, we're going to get our breathing back under control. But take your hand, reach across your body, and pat, pat, pat. You just got through a lot of cardio exercise today, guys.
Nice. Nice for a change.
On the back.
It was great.
You
It was
did
like a
well.
marathon.
I know. Holy smokes. And we only lost a couple. And we don't
I'm
know
surprised.
how they signed off. So we'll just say that they had a phone call or
Yeah,
someone knocked on the door, so they had to leave.
that's right.
That's
They're probably laying on the floor.
Oh no.
Hopefully not.
No, we give you all the warning signs to look over and be aware of. All right, let's do a couple of our slow breaths just to get our heart rate back down. Then we'll do some stretching. While we stretch, it will be time for you to chat and ask your questions and tell your jokes. So just really quick though, breathing in as you open up those hands and then breathing out through pursed lips, slowly to whatever you can manage. So if you're still a little bit out of breath, you might not be able to do your slow, deep breaths, but just slowing it down and breathing more purposefully than what your breathing is when we're not really aware of it. And again. All right. All right, team. Take your hands, palms up, pull your thumbs back. Now, very different than moving the arms away. We're getting this, if I turn in my chair, we're looking for this kind of rotational movement. Okay, kind of where the elbow comes forward, wrist goes back. I'm exaggerating it here, just so that you can see. So let's pull it back, let the chest come forward. We're gonna hold 2, 3, and then bring our hands back in, and then repeat. Pull those thumbs back, hold 2, 3, back in. There we go. Good. Now, who's noticed a difference over the last couple of weeks or months of attending classes? Yeah.
I
There
have.
we go.
I have.
That's awesome.
I think I've lost a couple of inches on my waist, Jill.
That's awesome.
That's good too.
There you go. As long as we're building up the muscle, that's fantastic, Mary.
Yes.
That feels good. Been feeling a bit stronger, more confident and capable.
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome, awesome. Shake out those arms. Let's stretch one leg out in front of us and just lean forward at the hips. There we go, team. Now, who are my allergy sufferers?
Well, I got better over the years, but I was really bad when I was younger.
Oh, there we go. So not too many of you. That's good.
I still get some.
It's like you outgrow them or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's true for a lot of people. Yeah, absolutely. Or
It all
sometimes you develop them later.
Yeah.
Depends what's out there in bloom that bothers me.
Yeah, switch legs. That makes a big difference for sure.
Yeah.
One of my clients has really bad allergies, and she went to visit her mom in a care home. So each time you go in, you have to do a rapid test for COVID.
Yeah.
She's all well and fine, but her allergies were so bad, and it just tickled her sinuses.
Oh.
She goes, geez, I spent the next 5 minutes sneezing uncontrollably, and everyone kept looking at me.
Yeah, I used to trigger asthma when I was a kid. Asthma.
Yeah, that's super common. Yeah, absolutely. Come up out of that stretch, drop your leg back behind you. Okay, Terry, you're allowed one joke.
Yeah, think of one.
I've got one here. So did you hear about the guy who's going into his doctor's office, and he goes up to the receptionist and he says, "Receptionist, you've got to do something. I'm shrinking. I need to see a doctor." And she says, "Just have a seat over there, please." And then he comes back in 10 minutes. "Please, receptionist, I'm getting smaller and smaller by the moment. You've got to do something about this. You've got to let me see a doctor." And she says, "I'm sorry, you'll just have to be a little patient."
Switch legs.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the guy walks into the doctor's office, I have an appointment. She says, which doctor? Says, no, a regular doctor, please.
You cute ones.
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
They're safe. Yeah.
Yeah, clean and safe.
Yeah.
I have a question about my lungs.
Yes.
Well, I was on one of those podcasts, or I listened to one of those podcasts,
Mhm.
and I asked the question that I can't walk very far, how can I strengthen my lungs? And they said, well, you can't really strengthen your lungs. You have to strengthen your legs, and that will enable you to. And I thought, I don't know, I did not really understand that. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It for sure does. Now stretch your leg out to the side, gang, and lean forward slightly. So there's been a big movement, which I kind of agree with, kind of disagree with, but a big movement in the health and fitness realm about being very exact about your languaging.
Right?
From a health and fitness perspective, when we talk about building strength, what its definition is your muscles' capacity to do work.
Okay.
So when we talk about building strength in your legs and building muscle, we're talking about improving your muscles' ability to do work. It's able to do more work. It has gotten stronger.
Right?
Now your lungs aren't a muscle tissue. They don't grow in size necessarily. So from a switch legs game, so they're being, I call it being politically correct or scientifically exact when they say, well, your lungs don't get stronger. But when we're talking about just talking to people, to say lungs are getting stronger makes more sense than to go into the science behind what's actually happening. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Well, it does, but it means that I can't do anything to make my lungs stronger, is what you're saying.
No. So from a science definition about what strength is defined
Right.
as muscle improving their capacity for work, no, because your lungs aren't a muscle.
Okay.
But there are things we are doing at making your lungs better at their job.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when I say that we're getting your lungs stronger, I don't mean that your lungs are being able to lift heavier weight. But we are making them better at their job.
Functioning better.
They're functioning better.
That's right on. Yeah.
But I prefer to say stronger than to tell you, hey guys, today we're working on your lungs' ability to diffuse oxygen. Because that doesn't really mean anything to most of us. But to tell you that your lungs are getting stronger, that makes sense. You're going to you, that means, oh, my lungs they're improving.
Yeah.
Right.
And that is true.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
I've been hearing lots of stuff like that where professionals are trying to get very exact with their languaging. And I think to an extent it's important to be exact, but it's also sometimes just making mountains over molehills. Just,
Okay.
like
Right.
if we work with someone whose glutes need to get stronger and need to be better at their job, we'll say, well, we need to get your glutes fired up. And then you'll have other people go, well, your glutes aren't off. It's
Yeah, right.
they're off. They're wrong.
Or you want to keep your legs strong.
But yeah. So we are improving your lungs' ability to function. And when I say they're getting stronger, that is what's happening.
Yeah.
But your lungs aren't necessarily building muscle.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Your lungs do.
Because it's not a muscle. Right. Right.
Okay. Although, to make it more confusing, you have muscles called your intercostals, which attach to your ribs. And when you breathe in, they help pull open your ribs so that your lungs can expand. And when you breathe out, they help close your ribs to get out the air. And those muscles get stronger. In fact, when you've gone for a period of time without that cardio exercise and all of a sudden start going and you feel that kind of tightness,
Yeah.
a bit of tightness in your chest, that can sometimes be those muscles going, oh, geez, I'm tired.
All right.
So I think I've cleared some things up and made some things a little bit more confusing, but there you have it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Jill.
Thanks, Jill.
Of course, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on today. It was wonderful to see you all. And
Thank
Maureen, great
very-
question.